What is up, guys? WAS Design here, and today is the first episode of a basic tutorial series on how to edit. It's basically for command arms, but you know, um, pretty much all the basics I'm gonna tell you can be applied to different video games, like Counter-Strike or Call of Duty or Battlefield, whatever pleases you. So it's gonna be a series of little tutorials. Today we are gonna take a look at something that happens at the beginning when you want to start to edit, is the project settings. So usually it's gonna ask you which type of projects you want. So if they don't ask, usually you just want to go into File, Properties. It's gonna show you the project properties. And by the way, I'm in Sony Vegas Pro 12, so some things might change. Alright, so depending on what you want, this is usually what I use. I edit in 60 FPS, and there's a good reason to it. Some might disagree, some might agree with me. Okay, just bear with me right there. As you probably know, YouTube uploads in 30 FPS. So if you edit something and upload it and it's actually 300 FPS, it's gonna decrease to 30 FPS automatically. It's just how YouTube works. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just how YouTube is. Okay. Now there's a new website that is starting to get widely used. Hopefully it's not gonna die too soon. Hopefully it's gonna stay alive for a moment. Which is called Creators Cast. Some of you may have heard of it since I started to upload my own edits to it. And the big difference between Creators Cast and YouTube is the fact that it's 60 FPS. So when you watch it, it's actually just like when you edited it, well, how I edited it, and it's way much more smoother than just YouTube. Some of you are maybe like, well, I don't care. Well, just to make it look better, I prefer to edit in 60 FPS. Alright, so these are my project settings. Some of you might want to go to 1920 by 1020 by 1080, but that's just purely your choice. And if you want to go to those kinds of views, you can always, you don't see like 60 FPS on the side. You can always go and click it for yourself. It's gonna be a custom thing, and then you can save it. Then what I would suggest is then when you chose what you wanted, is to click on start all new projects with these settings. I wouldn't touch anything else. I mean, if you want to play with the audio, if you have something really special about the audio, that's your choice, but I usually don't play with that. Let's see, and that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna cancel this. Now, what is the thing to remember when you edit in 60 FPS like I do is that, for example, well, the easiest example is black flashes. If you do black flashes like these, I'm just gonna play it. Alright, it looks good right now in 60 FPS. It looks smooth. You see every single frame. But the thing is, when you are gonna, render it still in 60 FPS, it's gonna be, when you upload it to YouTube, it's not gonna be as smooth. Let's see. This one is actually pretty good depending on what the quality is, but if you actually play it in 720, depending on your internet, that's pretty good right now, but it's not always going to be, easy to see. Also, when you want to do, well, it's not a really good example right there, but if you were to make a, play with the velocity and get like 1 or 2 frames of scope before the shoot, before the, the killing thing, it would divide by 2. So everything you want to do that you want to really stay, in the screen, you must just double the number of frames. It's a little bit pain in the ass, but it's not usually that much of a problem. You can always, try Twixtor it or something at some point, and that's purely your choice. And also, I'm gonna be talking about render settings in my next episode. It's really some quick tutorials, 5 minutes, kinda long, but hey, I'm just explaining my point of view and how I actually edit. Alright, see you guys later for the next episode.